Welcome to another Real Python code conversation. My name is Philip, and today we'll explore Google's Gemini CLI. Gemini CLI is Google's AI-powered coding assistant for the terminal. And in this video course, we'll explore Gemini CLI together so you can decide if and how you want to introduce the tool into your own coding workflow. In particular, you will learn how to install and set up Gemini CLI. We'll explore a codebase together and generate some documentation for it. And you will uncover and fix a bug with the help of Gemini. Before you continue watching, here are a few things to consider. You can use Gemini CLI for free with some of the models it provides. However, you must have a Google account to use it. In one of the first lessons of this video course, you will see that you need to authenticate with your account in order to use Gemini CLI in your terminal. Also, to make this video course more realistic, we will work with a real project that you can download in the supporting materials of this video course. You'll find a little button for supporting materials right below this video. Make sure to download the materials and save them in a folder, which will be your project folder for this video course, and keep it at hand for the next lessons. Since AI is such a fast-moving field, make sure to also consult the Gemini documentation if there is something where you're unsure about. You can find the Gemini documentation on GeminiCLI.com. So if something changed between recording this video course and you watching this video course, the documentation on GeminiCLI.com will be your source of truth. Still, I hope that you find value in this video course. And before we get started, one last thing. I might refer to Gemini CLI only as Gemini. To be very precise, Gemini is the underlying model for Gemini CLI, and the correct term for the coding assistant is Gemini CLI. But as I mentioned, you will notice that sometimes I just say Gemini because it's faster. All right, and with all of this said, let's hop into the first lesson where you'll install Gemini CLI on your computer. Before you can start Gemini CLI, you need to install it on your system. And in order to install it on your system, you need Node.js. The reason for this is that Gemini CLI is primarily implemented in TypeScript, which requires Node.js. So go into your terminal and type node-version to check if you have Node.js installed on your system, and the Node.js version must be higher than version 20. If you don't have Node.js installed on your system, on macOS or Linux, you can also use Homebrew to install Gemini CLI. You can find the installation instructions below this video with a link, and there is also a link that guides you to the Node.js download page if you need to install it. Once you have verified that you have Node.js installed on your system, you can go ahead and install the Gemini CLI NPM package. NPM is kind of like PyPI for Python, just in the JavaScript world, so the command might be familiar, but also a little bit different. To install Gemini CLI globally on your system, you type npm install-g at google/Gemini-CLI. Once you press enter, npm grabs the package and installs it on your system, and the -g flag for global means that you will be able to access the Gemini CLI from anywhere on your system. After the installation completes, you can type Gemini --version to check if Gemini was successfully installed on your system. For me, the version currently is 0.13.0, but since AI is a fast-moving target, probably when you're watching this video course, your version is a bit higher already. Still, the general functionality of Gemini won't change that much. If there is something in this video course that doesn't work for you, just let us know in the comments below and we'll try to help you out. And now that Gemini is installed, you verified this by checking the version number. You need to authenticate with a Google account. Let's do this in the next lesson. To enter the world of Gemini, you use the Gemini command in your terminal. Once you press enter, you will be greeted by Gemini's welcome screen. When you run Gemini for the first time, you will be presented with 3 authentication options: log in with Google, use Gemini API key, and Vertex AI. You can use your down and up keys to select the option, and the most convenient option usually is the login with Google variant. So let's use this one. Once you press enter, your default browser should open. Once your browser opens, you need to select your Google account and sign in. And once you have signed in successfully, you should get a message about authentication successful. And once you switch back to your terminal, you should see a prompt, and that means that you're ready to use Gemini. Perfect. But before we're actually using Gemini, let me show you how to exit Gemini. You can either type / and quit, or you can press Ctrl+C twice. And once you're out of Gemini, you're back in your terminal. And before we move on to the next lesson, let me point out this little goodbye message there, where you can see not only your session ID, but also how many calls you used, what the success rate was, and the performance overall. So that is a nice feature if you value statistics of your Gemini usage. All right, and now it's time to start working with Gemini and test your first prompt. Make sure that you're in the project directory with the to-do list. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you can do so by clicking the supporting materials link below this video and download the to-do list, because that is code that we will use to work with in this video course. And once you're in your to-do list project folder, you type Gemini to start Gemini. You can verify that you're actually in the right folder if you have a look at the line below the prompt. For me, it's projects/Gemini to-do list. Every time you run the Gemini command in a new folder, Gemini CLI first analyzes the project structure, indexes the files for context, and afterward you'll see the welcome message and the prompt. So depending on the size of your project, the first startup might take a while. Okay, so let's start with a simple question to Gemini first. And that is a good question to verify the connection and also to get the first overview of the project. Let's say you don't know anything about the project, so a good question could be, what programming language is this project written in? Once you hit enter, Gemini replies to your question rather quickly and says that this project appears to be written in Python, indicated by the py file extension and the pyproject.toml file. That's the correct answer, and this also confirms that the Gemini CLI successfully communicates with Google's AI model and can analyze your project files. Okay, great. So that means you're now ready to give Gemini CLI a more challenging task.